Welcome to our kitchen oasis. Today I'm going to show you how to make cheese and bacon scrolls. First, you're going to mix the dry ingredients and water. So probably around 3/4 of the flour, and this is milk powder. Milk powder tends to get lumpy, so I mix it with the flour very well, and then water. So the reason why I left some flour is when I add the oil later, I add the rest of the flour with the oil so that it's easier to incorporate into the dough. So you mix it like this, and as you can see, it is still lumpy and not very elastic, but this is fine. So this is the biggest trick. I leave this in the room temperature for 30 minutes, and I'll show how this changes. After resting 30 minutes or so, you see how elastic it is already. So this is gluten molecules joined together to make it really stretchy and elastic, and it's a lot smoother, as you can see, so it's not lumpy anymore. Now you're going to add some more dry ingredients, so sugar and yeast, and mix a little bit. And add salt and oil. And the rest of the flour. And mix. So as I explained earlier, the reason why I left a bit of flour is to make the oil to incorporate easier. So roughly mix it, and it's ready to knead. Now you're going to knead it. First, you use your heel of your palm and push it like this. And it is a bit sticky, but it will come together, so try not to add any flour. After a minute or so, all the flour is gone, all the salt and sugar and everything's all mixed in well. Then you're going to just gather the dough together like this. And just lift up a bit and bash it on the bench. So bash it and then roll it. Bash it and roll it. And bash and roll over, bash and roll over. You lift the side, bash and roll, bash and roll. Pick up the side, bash and roll. It's only 3 minutes. It's already pretty good, nice elastic dough. So once it gets a little too firm, you can just relaxes the dough with the rolling motion like this. Somehow it really relaxes the gluten. And then bash a bit more. It's not even 5 minutes from the beginning. It's already pretty good. And I'm going to show you how elastic it is. So this is window pane test. You can see my finger through the dough being so thin. So this is pretty good. I did a little bit more. After only kneading for 5 minutes or so, the dough is nice and bouncy. It's all done. So resting for 30 minutes with just water and flour makes the big difference. So now you're going to put this in a just lightly oiled bowl and just a tiny bit of oil and cover it so that it doesn't dry out, and cover it and rest it for an hour to 1.5 hours. After 1 hour and 15 minutes, the dough has risen like this and roughly double in size. So it's ready to go. But there's another way to check how ready it is. I'm going to show you how. This is called finger test. You put flour on your finger and put that finger in there like that, and if the hole stays the shape, then that's ready. But if it's not ready, the hole will shrink. So then you rest another 20 to 30 minutes. Now the dough is ready. So onto the bench. You flatten the dough to remove the air and make a bowl. And then cut in half. You'll make 2 balls like this, pulling out the dough downwards. Make a nice round shape. You put some oil to prevent them from drying. And then cover with a tea towel to rest. The dough is rested for 15 minutes or so, and now very relaxed and easy to spread. You roll the dough to remove big air bubbles. And then you pull the corners to make rectangular shape. You spread diced bacon evenly and generously. Please leave the top part empty like this. And then you add shredded cheese on top of the bacon. You start rolling this way, holding the beginning part down to make the core. And then roll it using the core. You pinch the end to seal. Then you cut the dough. I cut in 8 pieces, but please adjust the number to suit your tin shape and size. I recommend using a very sharp knife. You place the dough pieces cut side up like this. This is only half of the dough, by the way. Cover it and rest for an hour or so until the dough puffs up nicely like this. Bake the scrolls in preheated oven at 190 degrees or 180 fan forced for 30 minutes or so until they become golden brown. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.